Taylor Swift slammed by ACLU.
One Direction getting back together.
And Kylie Jenner confuses us all.
All that and more on today's rundown. Hey guys, welcome back to the DHR. So Kylie Jenner is confusing us because she bought some female items. I know, Emil, we'll talk about it later in the episode.
So excited.
But first, let's talk the girl that commented on your Instagram photo.
Taylor Swift, except I don't have happy news this morning.
Oh.
All right, so everybody's excited because Taylor Swift's new album, Reputation, comes out this Friday. But there's a lot of headlines today that are talking about the ACLU slamming her and her team for potentially silencing a critic. On September 5th, an article was posted to PopFront titled, "Swiftly to the Alt-Right, Taylor suddenly gets the lowercase KKK in formation." The lengthy article analyzes Taylor's lyrics and actions, or lack thereof, and works to prove that white supremacists look up to Taylor. A month later, PopFront editor Megan Hernan received a cease and desist letter and was threatened with a defamation lawsuit and was told to retract her story. The letter said, among other things, the story propagates such hideous falsehoods as Taylor's lyrics play to a subtle, quiet, white support of racial hierarchy, that there are similarities between Miss Swift and Adolf Hitler, that the lyrics of Look What You Made Me Do are the most explicit in speaking to white anger and affirming white supremacy, and that Miss Swift's purported silence regarding white supremacy means she supports Donald Trump and identifies with the white supremacist / alt-right movement. Now, Hernan reached out to the ACLU of Northern California and they were not happy with Taylor Swift at all. They sent her a letter saying, "Ms. Hernan and PopFront will not in any way accede to your attempt to suppress their constitutionally protected speech." The blog post is a mix of core political speech and critical commentary. It discusses current politics in this country, the recent rise of white supremacy, and the fact that some white supremacists have apparently embraced Miss Swift, along with a critical interpretation of some of Miss Swift's music, lyrics, and videos. Criticism is never pleasant, but a celebrity has to shake it off even if the critique may damage her reputation.
Yikes. I mean, okay, first of all, I get it. You know, freedom of speech. Yeah. We're all entitled to our own interpretations and criticisms. Now, what I didn't agree with is if white supremacists like her music, it's not Taylor's fault. Like, anyone is entitled to like your music or like you or whatever.
And I get that. And here's the thing, too. You have Taylor Swift and then you have Taylor Swift's team. So did Taylor Swift like actually try to stop them, or was it her team who said we don't want this type of press out there about her? You never know. The issue is the whole thing, because I'm not gonna say that I agree necessarily with what this article is saying, because everybody, like you said, is entitled to their own opinion. However, the issue is the whole silencing the critics thing.
Right,
you know
although we all know Taylor Swift likes to take things in her own hands.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it may
She's just defending her reputation. But in more positive Taylor Swift news, she also released on her YouTube today a little behind the scenes look at her secret sessions that she held.
I know, I was so
It was
jealous.
so cute. So she had like 500 fans handpicked. They were in there, they got to preview the album, and also there was a tweet that came out, I think yesterday. Scott Borchetta, who's the president and CEO of Big Machine, and in that tweet there's a link to Taylor's Target commercial for her album. Okay. And he tagged Selena Gomez, but she's not in the video, so everybody's like, oh my gosh, is Selena Gomez gonna... Exactly.
Oh my God, you guys, I'm excited. I can't wait till Friday.
I know, right?
Okay, and keeping things positive and happy is One Direction getting back together. I know we've talked about this tons of times, and since their hiatus in 2015, everyone's just like hoping and wishing for a reunion. Everyone's been doing great in their solo careers and their daddy lives, but now, apparently, we're getting closer and closer to a reunion. Okay, so during an interview on Clyde One Radio, Liam Payne opened up about One Direction's future and said the words that we have been dying to hear. So buckle up, Directioners, because he verbatim said that fans shouldn't be angry about the hiatus because, quote, "There's so much magic that's come from it, and obviously, we are going to get back together." So yes, he said it. Liam just said that the band is obviously going to get back together. Liam isn't the only member who has been adamant about the band returning to the stage. During the Billboard cover interview, Niall Horan said that the boys are 100% coming back, and he hopes it happens sooner than later. He said, quote, "I told my managers from the start when One Direction comes knocking, f what I'm doing, I don't give a shit if I sold out arenas or won Grammys. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for that." So although these words definitely give us some hope, no time frame has been given, and it could be still a long time until they come back together. But like I said, Emil, I hope it happens soon. And the fact that they continue to talk about it, I feel like maybe they are all kind of doing their own thing. But at the end of the day, they're like texting and planning.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The longer you make us wait, the more we're gonna want it. So then it's just gonna make it, if they would have come back a year later, it would be like, oh, we're excited, but maybe not as excited
maybe
as
2018.
Exactly, or 2019, or 2020.
No,
Who knows? Viv.
I know, I'm making you talk about it.
So we can't get enough of this Kylie pregnancy news, and now we're just really all confused. So yesterday we talked about Kylie's pregnancy on DHR, and it was because these paparazzi pics came out of Kylie boarding this private jet.
Right.
And in the pics, she looks pregnant. Like you see somewhat of a bump, and it was a long zoom lens. It was a little blurry, a little grainy, but it was the first kind of visual confirmation that we've seen that she's pretty much pregnant,
yeah.
Okay? So then Kylie took to her Twitter though to debunk all of those claims, and she said, quote, "First of all, if you're gonna Photoshop my photos, blogs, and paps, check for the crooked lines in the background. Second photo is clearly altered." Kylie then posted her Snapchat in the same clothes, and she doesn't really look pregnant at all. Now these photos did appear on the DailyMail.com. They're the people who broke the whole story, right? Well, they released a statement since Kylie released her statement, and they said, DailyMail.com can confirm that these pictures have not been Photoshopped, and we want to point out that the pictures came from X17, who also released a statement saying, "Real" in all caps, no Photoshop, hashtag no filter, no additives, no preservatives, all organic and all real. And they went on to say, "We're totally cool with Kylie pretending she's not pregnant so she can get paid off by some magazine or TV show to make a big reveal. But let's get real, people. We know she's with child, and we know who the daddy is."
Woo, woo, woo. They know it all, apparently.
Oh my God.
You know what? When I saw these photos, I was like, okay, it's true. I mean, deep down in my heart, I knew it was true, but I wanted it not to be true because I feel like she's too young.
Yeah.
But also, I'm like a huge believer of like what you wear, kind of like today's dress. It's very loose. So if I take a picture like this with the meal, I may look pregnant. If I'm wearing like a bodysuit, I'm gonna look like super thin.
Okay, I feel that.
But when I did see those pictures, I was like, oh, like she's pregnant.
Here's the thing. I'm just literally confused at this point because somebody's lying. But
and it gets more confusing.
It gets way more confusing. I have to talk about this apparently. So
yes, go ahead.
Kylie she was in the checkout line, and she Snapchatted like what she was purchasing, and fans spotted in the top right corner, well, you'll see in the picture that's probably on the screen right now, a box of tampons.
Okay, and besides the tampons, why are there so many chips? Is she like, you know when you're pregnant, they take it really heavy?
Exactly. And so, okay, here's the thing, because I'm not a girl and I don't understand these things. So I asked one of the other co-hosts here, Zoe, I was like, hey Zoe, when you're pregnant, do you need tampons? And she was like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
So, what in the world? So is she buying it for a friend or sister?
Know. Or is she subtly trying to tell us like, hey, like I'm not pregnant?
Or just trying to throw us off the trail?
I think she's just throwing us off, but I don't know. I guess only time will tell.
Seriously. And
in other news, Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things is coming under fire because apparently he didn't really want to interact with fans when he was walking out of his hotel, and people are pissed, but guys, we kind of need to understand him a little. So some saw the lack of interaction as rude or dismissive, but one major actress is coming to Finn's defense. Newly engaged Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner took to Twitter to defend Finn with multiple tweets saying, quote, "Damn, seeing fully grown adults wait outside the Stranger Things, kids' hotels, etc., and then abuse them when they don't stop for them is super weird. A, what adult in their right mind waits for a child outside their hotel? And B, is offended when the child doesn't stop. It doesn't matter if they are an actor, they are kids first. Give them the space they need in order to grow without feeling like they owe anyone anything for living their childhood dreams. Oh, and P.S., imagine you, a parent, walking with your 13-year-old son, daughter, and seeing a fully grown adult pointing their camera phone at your kid. You would do anything you could to delete that person's photograph and remove your child from that situation as soon as you could. It doesn't matter if the child happens to be an actor and consented to a professional film crew capturing their moves when in character. That does not mean that this child consented to being followed around with a camera in their face. I don't care if it comes with the job. It doesn't." I totally agree. They are kids, and yes, I know a lot of people said it comes with the package of being famous. But yeah, it is kind of creepy, and I feel like a parent's instinct is always going to be more powerful than any security guard.
Yeah.
So if at that point, like your parent feels like it's not safe for you to stop, then you know what? Keep walking and ignore everyone.
You know what? She's on Game of Thrones, and I know she kind of started young on that show too, so I feel like she has a perspective in this, obviously. But the thing is, we're all human.
Right.
We all have off days, and you have to think he's an actor on legit one of the biggest shows on television. So imagine like how he has to deal with that every single day, all the time. He can't go anywhere probably without anybody wanting a picture of him. That's gonna be exhausting. So
it is exhausting.
give the kid a break. All right, guys, let us know what you think about all that Taylor Swift news, whichever little nugget you want to talk about.
And what do you think Kylie was trying to tell us with her little tampon post? Let us know in the comment section below. Hit us up on Instagram at VivianFabiolaV and
at Emil Ennis Jr. And we'll be back here tomorrow.
We'll see you. Bye.
Click to the left to see Kylie Jenner speak out on those pregnancy rumors.
And click to the right to see if Taylor really disses Kanye in a new song.